The major restructure that is happening at Disney, putting the primary focus on the future of streaming and Disney Plus, has many people asking various questions because there is still a lot that needs to be answered, which of course we know we have to wait till December 10th to find out some of those details. But let's talk about one thing that I've seen in plenty of places and people wanting us here to talk about, and that's the future of films on Disney Plus. And could Disney actually make Disney Plus original movies based in the Star Wars and Marvel universes? So I think most of you will remember before Bob Iger left his position, he said that the future of Disney would have a heavy focus and emphasis on Disney Plus. And he talked about potentially exploring more IPs getting Disney original movies on Disney Plus. And he cited The Lady and the Tramp, for example, as such a experiment where it's higher budget, but also it's a 2-hour movie and not a complete series. Now, of course, along with that, he did say that there could be a future where we see Star Wars projects and the likes of Mandalorian, for example, get a film if that's the necessity for it and that's what the story calls for. So again, they're definitely thinking about this and exploring it to some degree. So let's just take a hypothetical here. What if somebody at Marvel or somebody at Disney in general comes up with a great concept for the likes of Daredevil, for example, or maybe even a Boba Fett movie, and they present it to them and they go, well, we see what you got here. What you got here is gold, but we can't put this out to theaters because, again, theaters gotta have a certain amount of pizzazz, if you will. They attract the everyman. This is a more personal story, but we can't really extend this to 6 to 8 episodes about a 2-hour film on Disney Plus. I mean, it fits into that perfectly. And think of it in this way, for example. What if between some of the bigger Marvel shows that you have that are 6 hours, 8 hours, however long seasons are going to be for some of the upcoming series, in between those, you drop a 2-hour film based on another character like Daredevil, for example, let's say, or you reboot Iron Fist on Disney Plus with a 2-hour film. Again, smaller budget, but the perception of value in what you're getting for Disney Plus suddenly increases tenfold. I mean, same scenario with Star Wars, right? Not every character should carry a 2-hour movie. Not every character should have a 6-hour show, but maybe you can take a good script and a good concept and put it on there as something that's a little bit smaller than your big theatrical release, but bigger in size and scope than what you might do for a TV series. So again, there is all of this middle ground now that's worth exploring, and we've seen others do this as well. I mean, Amazon is a prime example of willing to throw money into a 2-hour film and have it exclusively on there, and maybe even a small theatrical release. It is the way of the future. So I think when you start looking at it and the way they talked about it before and the way they keep talking about it, I think you're definitely going to see something like that. And it's really not going to surprise me if Marvel or Star Wars announces that they're the first sort of experimental middle ground of what they're going to do in the future. And it's one of those things that we've heard about before, where it's a script that was in development for the big screen, but now it's going to slightly be scaled back and be put on Disney Plus and Disney Plus only.